Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam, and we are back again with another one. This is the transfer roundup show where we're going to be looking at all the transfer rumors and even the done deals that are happening all over our top 6 teams that we love. Today's going to be a different one because I don't think there's any news to talk about when it comes to Spurs. If I'm making a mistake, or unless the Harry Kane, if he's moving to Bayern, which has not yet been cleared yet. But we're going to be talking about other top teams of the top 6 and what has been happening in terms of their transfer roundup and everything that is moving around. Let's hear your thoughts in the comment section. Remember, there are so many things that are going to be changing, so you have to be ready for that. I want to hear your thoughts. What are you expecting your team to do, and where do you see your team being come next season? How would it look like? So we're going to start with Manchester United. As it looks like, of all the teams, they've been really the busiest with getting done deals, contract extension, and so forth and so on. So we're going to get into it. Before we even go to the transfer news, we were given a breaking news that Harry Maguire was no longer the captain of Manchester United. The player talked about how much that really hurt him and how much he's really going to try to always give his all when he wears the shirt. That just tells you the amount, the seriousness of Eric Ten Hag in terms of the leadership. He's really pruning what he feels like it's not good for the team. David De Gea, as much as it was painful, he left. Harry Maguire, now we are here. He is no longer the captain. Sooner or later, he could be moving. I'm going to tell you what I mean when I say Harry Maguire could be moving, as we have some reports as well to talk about him. So there is a lot of things that is happening, but one thing that we're going to do is that we keep you updated. So do me a favor before we go anywhere, click the like button, subscribe to the Connect. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section as we get into this. Let's start. So Manchester United had a done deal, which was Onana to United. In fact, what we are only left with right now is the medicals. We are not really sure when the medicals are going to be done, but one thing we were given as a confirmation is that there was a deal agreed between Ajax, between Inter and Manchester United. I was saying Ajax because I remember Onana used to play with Ten Hag and Ajax, but no, it was Inter and Manchester United. What we were actually told is that the personal details were already agreed between the player and the club. It was only left between the two clubs. It looks like that has been reached. Now, when we look at how much this guy will be in addition to Manchester United, they'll give them that enough confidence because they now have a player who can play with his legs, who I know he's going to be assisting as well with from the back. We've seen it with Edison, we've seen it with Alisson. It's a possibility. He just joins the group of the teams that are good, the players who are good in terms of play, the goalkeepers who are good with their feet. And as well, he has really put out some great saves we've seen, but I don't think we have to jump to say he's already at the level of the Premier League's best, because if we talk about it, to be honest, we haven't seen him really do it in the Premier League. Of course, they played with Man City in the final, but that City team, if you go look at them, they were no longer really the same team that we expected them to play. They were really tired. If they played with the City that played against Real Madrid, he would have had a terrible game. But one thing I know, he's confident. Of course, he'll make some little mistakes. He will always comes back and deliver for United. So if I'm a United fan, I should really be proud of this deal because this shows people where exactly the team is going. So United had a plan before the transfer window. I know we have been making so much fun of them. Go watch my former videos talking about them. They were so quiet and I was really worried if they were going to start doing business. But now it's being revealed that actually Manchester United had a plan which was meant for them. They were going to spend around £100 million for at least 2 players. And those 2 players were going to be brought in with either if the takeover turns whatever that was going to happen with the takeover. They really didn't care. They just wanted to spend 100 million just for the players they needed. And Eric Ten Hag chose those players. He took Mason Mount, which was 60 million if you remember pounds, and now he went for Onana, who was around 40 million pounds. So they really got the deal done and got the players that he needed. So now the question is that we wait to see what's going to happen next, as it looks like they're not really done with the movement. Now it's now a matter of players who are leaving while they bring others. So that is the game that they're going to be playing. I'm going to be telling you also the rumors that are also linking United with other players that they want. Manchester United, are moving on to the player that they want to sign. Is, I think it's called is it Holland or something? Holland or something like that, if I'm saying it. So the attacker from Atlanta. He's still a young man, and they really want to sign him. And in terms of the personal terms of this player, they were agreed. Only now they're preparing for their open bid. But the problem is this: the team that they want to sign from, which is Atlanta, they are asking for at least 65 to 70 million euros. Manchester United, they don't want to pay that much. In fact, they're saying they're rating the player to around 40 million. No, 45. But it looks like at Atlanta, they're sticking to what they want, which is over almost 70 million euro. So this is going to be something that is going to take time to see in terms of how that is going to develop and who's going to win at the end. But United are still gonna put their open bid and see if they actually accept. If they don't, I think they're gonna do what the thing that they would do with Chelsea. They're just gonna take the bid and say, "There's the bid. It's still gonna be on the table. If you're not interested, we're gonna walk away." So that could change the team, and they'll end up agreeing. You never know. It worked with Chelsea, but Atlanta, do they really need to sell? That's the question that United have to ask. Are they in any financial jeopardies? Because also that's one thing that worked as well with Inter Milan. If Atlanta are not in the same problem with Inter Milan or either Chelsea at that time, well, they're actually going to have to walk away because they will not be budged in terms of their asking price, so, or the evaluation of the player. So we'll keep you updated over that one if there's anything that changes. There were also a breaking news that just came a few hours ago, I think now 2 hours ago, which we were told that John Evans is signed a short-term contract with Manchester United for pre-season. So it means he has signed a contract where he'll be training with Manchester United for pre-season while they're gonna be playing games as well. I don't know, is it a plan so that they can actually be able to get him now after, if things don't go according to plan, or what? Or maybe they just want to see what's going to happen during the preseason to test him if he's really what they want. Maybe Eric Ten Hag is doing the trial and test. He's just not going to go get players like what he did with, the guy who left and went back to Burnley. What was that guy's name? I've already forgotten him. The guy was playing as a striker, but they ended up dropping as a number 10. Please remind me, I forgot. But he went back on loan, by the way. They actually want to test if this guy is going to be good before they sign him. Because remember, their money is really tight, so they have to make sure that they do good business. The other thing that we're also being told by Manchester United is that they are also talking to Kolo Muani if the valuation of Haaland does not change. According to the reports we were told is this: Manchester United already have a backup plan for Haaland. If the Haaland deal does not go down as they are expecting, maybe Atlanta to budge in terms of the evaluation of the player, they are going to be forced to move on to a player called Kolo Muani, who is in France, who plays in French leagues. We saw him in the final of the World Cup, the one who tried to score that goal that was saved by Martinez with his leg, if you remember that goal. Yes, that's the player we are talking about, people. And the valuation of the player is even less. I think it's around 14 million, what Manchester United are actually comfortable with, which is 40 million euro. But we'll see how that situation will play out. Lastly, but not least, is that Manchester United striker, the top goal scorer of last season, Marcus Rashford, has signed a 5-year contract. He has already been announced. This was released yesterday by Fabrizio Ramon and David Ornstein as well. But now it has officially been confirmed that he is United. They've actually announced it on their social, and he has said he's ready, he's here to stay. He's really excited over the new project that they're building with Eric Ten Hag. If you really think about it, fast forward 2 years back or 1 year back, Rashford could be leaving for free now, but guess what? How things have turned. Now he's willing to stay because he has found a manager who's building a project with him, and he's comfortable, he feels confident, and he's excited over where the project will go. So yeah, that's what's happening. We'll keep you updated over anything that changes, but that's what we're being told. Marcus Rashford signed the new contract. I'm not really sure about the price, but the money that is going to be paid, but I know it's higher than what he was making before. So yeah, in fact, according to Fabrizio Ramon, this agreement was agreed a month ago. Nobody really knew, but now it has just officially been confirmed. So that's interesting. So we are done here, people. Do me a favor, let me know your thoughts in the comment section when it comes to Manchester United news. If you're really enjoying this, if there's anything that you feel like I'm leaving out, let me know in the comment section as we move on to Liverpool, because Liverpool are doing some transfer business, and at the moment we're still dealing with outgoings. Yes, people, the bigger move news that everyone has been talking about, I've even made so many videos on the Connect, you can check them out, talking about this move, is of Fabinho going to a team called El Heti. That I think this team is really giving me a problem, but one thing I know is that he's leaving, he's going to Saudi Arabia. And so what we're being told is that Fabinho's move to Saudi Arabia is progressing very well, with the announcement expected this week. The medicals, in fact, here we've been told he has left London going to Saudi for his medicals. Liverpool have gave him the green light, I think it's yesterday or the day before yesterday, for his medicals. He's going there for the medicals. After that, an official announcement will be made. Liverpool are not really making a loss out of this. They bought Fabinho for about 42 million, but they're gonna get him. They're gonna be selling him for 40 million, so it means they've only lost a valuation of about 2 million. Imagine, for a guy who came 5 years, played for you, won you everything for a club, and still get the same amount of money. You have not made no loss. You actually have made so much. So Liverpool are actually allowing this to happen, which is going to force them to choose and try to look for a replacement for Fabinho, which has really been what the Anfield supporters, Liverpool supporters, oh, I'm wearing a Liverpool shirt, Liverpool supporters like I am, really wondering if there's something that's going to happen. So we're going to get into that story, but before I go to that story of the replacement of Fabinho, we need to talk about the other player who could leave. And I really you have to put a pen in that. Who could leave? Because at the moment things are not yet clear, because there are so many crazy reports that are coming out. Fabrizio Romano today came out and said that the Liverpool and the Saudi club that want him, which is El Etifik, who wants to sign him, the Steven Gerrard club, they're still talking with Liverpool, and it looks like things are moving so well. And there was another news that came out as well, saying that it looks like there's no any movement, there's no any official move in terms of when it comes to the Henderson bid, and it might seem like he might not be leaving. So it's really so confusing at this moment. But the only thing that I know is that things are gonna be happening. Yes, it's moving slowly, but it's gonna make sense as time goes on, as the situation keeps progressing. We will see where he will end up come end of the transfer window. We're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. But he could be the other player that leaves, and if he leaves, Liverpool also have to make a replacement of him. And there's some few names that are being thrown around, yet I haven't found the thing that is really legit in terms of I can come out and actually tell you. So I'm gonna just talk about the things that I know at the moment which could happen when it comes to the replacement of these players. But before I go to those, I need to tell you about another breaking news that came out earlier today, which was El Halad, a club again in Saudi Arabia, are also interested in signing Luis Diaz. And these reports are coming from Portugal. They're also the same source, which is called Record, that released the Luis Diaz to Liverpool, which ended up becoming a reality. So they're saying that Luis Diaz is needed by a club called El Halad, and what we're being told is that they're willing to offer around 50 million euro to sign the player, which Liverpool are not really they really want to accept, because they still believe that he's really a crucial member into the club. So they are not selling, and it's gonna take so much from this team to actually try to make them change their mind. When they say change their mind, talking about more money. Does that happen? Does even Luis Diaz wants to go? He actually changed his number from 23 to 20 to number 7 for Liverpool. It looks like he's really building up his future at Liverpool. Can the money that the team El Halad is offering gonna be able to change his mind? That is the question we're still asking. I don't know, people, at the moment. That's what we're being told. Not yet anything that has been confirmed, but that's what we were told. So we'll keep you updated over any changes that happens when it comes to that. The other news is that Bayern Munich will sell Kimmich this month to fund their move for Harry Kane. Now people might be asking, why am I talking about Kimmich in the Liverpool transfer spot? Well, according to this report, this has been a player Liverpool have always admired over the years. Liverpool has always been interested in signing Kimmich, Joshua Kimmich. Now, it's now time where Bayern are thinking of selling him. And when they sell him, they want to use that money to get Harry Kane. The question is this: will Liverpool buy him? Is he the type of player that they want now? Is he going to offer what they were expecting him to bring? I don't really know at the moment, but that's something that we need to keep an eye. Remember, I told you that they need to be a replacement of Henderson as well as a replacement of Fabinho. Well, I was telling you about the Fabinho replacement. Now I'm going to give you one name that has come out as well, which could be a replacement of Fabinho. This name is also coming to the same team that Kimmich is also being sold. Yes, Bayern Munich midfielder who is called Leon Goretzka is the player that Liverpool are actually interested in, as well as one of the players who could replace Fabinho. Remember, there is a list, so don't hold on to one name and think that that is it. There is a list of players who Liverpool are also looking at so that they can become the replacement of Fabinho. One of them is Leon Goretzka, who they are believing could be the perfect replacement of Fabinho. I don't know if the Bayern are gonna sell that one. They are selling Kimmich. They haven't said anything about Goretzka, so we have to keep an eye onto that if there's anything that changes. Also, Liverpool wants Fabinho's replacement. In fact, Liverpool wants Fabinho's replacement to actually come very quickly, and he has to come before the beginning of the Premier League season. Remember, Klopp's mission was all his transfers should be done before they go for pre-season. They are now in pre-season, and Saudi came and decided to take some of their best players. Now they are saying that at least these guys should all be here before the Premier League season begins. So we have to keep an eye onto that. If there's anything that is going to change or if there's anything that's going to happen, but it's going to be exciting. Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones are expected to be back in training for Liverpool on Thursday. That's what we are being told. This Thursday, which is also the day after tomorrow, that's when we're going to be seeing Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones coming back for the preseason as they prepare for a new season ahead, because I do believe this is going to be a big Premier League season for those two, especially with the amount of players who have left. They are going to be used to so many in terms of the games they're going to be playing in rotation so that they can do something. There is another name that has been mentioned, and trust me, I'm actually more interested in that player than Leon Goretzka. Goretzka has already done it. I don't really think he needs to come to the Premier League to prove it. This kid still has something to prove. He's only 23, and I feel like he's the perfect replacement, because also what Liverpool is saying is that Fabinho's replacement has to be younger. The reason why they are letting Fabinho go is because they're arguably being given the same amount of money that they paid for the player, while he is a little bit older, so they can use that money to try to sign another Fabinho. This is the player that I'm more interested in. His name is Chekia Decore. Is also being considered as a Fabinho replacement. He is a Crystal Palace defensive mid, by the way. He's only 23. He's only 23, and he won the Player of the Month, Player of the Season last year for Crystal Palace. I would really be interested in getting the player. I would really want to see what he can be able to do at Liverpool. So we'll keep you updated if there's anything that changes when it comes to that. Liverpool are also looking at Fluminense star to replace Fabinho. His name is Andrea Trichedat. This team is also a Brazil team where he's playing. It is actually playing alongside Marcelo. He's a defensive midfielder. He's playing in a team that is called Fluminense. I think that's how you pronounce it. So they are interested in getting him, as they believe he could be the best replacement for Fabinho, alongside to Decore, alongside to Leo Goretzka, and also there is also Lavia as well as one of the people who was to the Romeo Lavia, but I don't know if Lavia is coming as a DM or maybe he's going to be playing a different role. So there is so much that is happening when it comes to Liverpool, people, and we'll keep you updated if there's anything that have changed. But do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe to the content. The best way is support me and the Football Connect. The other news that has come out is that Chelsea defender, I think it's called Fofana. I'm trying to remember his first name. Fofana, the defender, has broken his ACL and he will undergo a surgery which is called the ACL replacement or something like that. And he will start his recovery, which could actually take some months or even until the season comes to an end. My question is that this kid is only 22 or 23. He has had so many injuries than any other person I've ever seen in the world of football. What is wrong with him? Is he made of glass? And how do you break your ACL, your ACL in training? Are they fighting for Maurizio Pochettino's like approval or acceptance into the club or whatever? I don't really get it with these Chelsea players. How do you break your ACL? How do you do that? Anyway, that's what we're being told. He broke his ACL, which now means it's now a problem for teams who were interested in signing Liverpool. Because what we're being told, Chelsea's position for Liverpool has never really changed. They've said he's not for sale. Now the position is even now is more stronger because of the Fofana injury. He is no longer for sale. So don't, whatever that happens, they are going to try to table in a contract for him. If he accepts it, that's it. If he doesn't, then we'll have to see after 1 or 2 seasons he might go for free. So we have to wait and see that game in terms of how it's going to play out. The other thing that we are also told is that Brighton reject Chelsea's bid for Moses Caicedo. Remember, Brighton have want to sell Caicedo at least at 100 million because they are saying if Enzo Fernandez costed around 106 and Declan Rice costed around 105, then Caicedo is at least very good as one of those, so he has to cost very close to that. So they're asking for that amount of money for them to even think about releasing the player. How would this one play out? I really have no idea, but I'll keep you updated if there's anything that changes. But one thing that I know is that Chelsea are working on another deal. Brighton would take this deal if Chelsea make Liverpool part of the deal, but Chelsea are no longer selling Liverpool. They need him for this long season that they're going to have. So we'll see how that situation will play out, but that's what we're being told. Chelsea, as a replacement now of Davison Fofana, or of Fofana, who have just suffered an ACL, they are thinking or they are considering of signing Harry Maguire, people. They are considering to sign Harry the freaking Maguire. Anyway, don't take that part of the freaking Maguire. According to what we are being told, the reports, they are saying that Chelsea are now at a position of either they have to think of a replacement or actually do something. They just saw the Khalid Koulibaly a few weeks ago. They did not expect another player suffering an ACL and other players still out of with an injury. It doesn't look good for these Chelsea players and in terms of the Chelsea team as a whole. So they're thinking of getting Harry Maguire. But I have to say something before I go anywhere. I'm going to put a pen in it. All the sources that I've read of this news are either related to Manchester United. I haven't seen any Chelsea reporter or anyone who's actually serious who said this. All the accounts that I've read of this are either in a way connected with United. So maybe it could be a prank from United fans who are trying to push on Maguire so that he could be number 1 on the list of Chelsea. You never know. But we'll keep you updated over what's going to happen there. So yeah, I think that's all with the Chelsea club. If there's anything that changes, we'll let you know, people. So do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe to the connect. Let me know if you agree with Maguire going to Chelsea. That's crazy. But we're gonna talk about Arsenal. As Arsenal seems like they've done all their deals. Timber and Rice were announced. Jersey number 41 and jersey number 20 something. Is it 20? Forgot. Let me know in your thoughts in the comment section. It looks like things are moving so fast. They are now in the pre-season, preparing for what people think that is going to be the 8th season, which they could actually win the league. How will it play out? I'm not really sure, but I know each and every one of you will be watching these games and will be excited over how the games will play out. The other thing that I've actually discovered with what Chelsea are trying to do in terms of Arsenal are trying to do when it comes to their transfer window is that they are expecting if they get a a stronger bid for Thomas Partey, that is going to actually force them to sell him. They don't really have to sell him right now, but if there's a bid which really gives them that, confidence that this is really a good bid, they might sell if there's a suitable offer. And after they sell that, they'll actually look for a replacement. Some rumors were talking about players like Moses Caicedo, Romeo Lavia, still not living in terms of Arsenal. When it comes to Arsenal, they could rejoin the race against Liverpool to sign the player if Thomas Partey leave. I don't know if it can happen before that, but that's all we're being told. There is a big if when it comes to Thomas Partey leaving. The other thing that we're being told is this: Arsenal are interested in signing Mohamed Kudus, and it looks like this has been something that they've been working on for some time. Remember, they wanted to sign Rafinha last season, who ended up going to Barcelona. They are still interested in signing that sort of a player, and Mohamed Kudus could be the player that they go for. Ajax are only asking for nothing but 40 million euros. If Arsenal are really interested in this player and they're really serious, they will make the action. They will actually move on and try to get the player. At the moment, there's really nothing that is happening, and we'll keep you updated over anything that changes when it comes to Arsenal. We are moving to the citizens. There's really less or no information when it comes to City in terms of their transfer deals. But what we had over the past weeks that I have not been here, or days I have not actually made the transfer roundup show, we were told that City were very close in agreeing a fee with RB Leipzig for their defender Glavio. It seems like Gravio is the player that they want to remember. There is a possibility that Laporte leaves Man City, so they want to strengthen that department while getting a lethal and I think a good defender, if you actually think about it. So we'll keep you updated over that one. The other player who could leave Man City, we can't say he wanted to leave last season and the season before, but still wants to leave in even now. Bernardo Silva wants to go to Barca more than PSG and more than the Saudi. PSG are not, money is not a problem to them. They want Bernardo Silva. As well as the Saudi, money is not a problem either of paying Man City or actually paying his wage fees. It's not a problem. But they are waiting on the player. The team he wants to go to himself, the player, is none other than Barcelona. And it seems like he's really fighting for that to happen, which has forced him to put a pause in the other teams. But he wants to leave City. And if he's leaving City, he wants to go to Barcelona. How will the situation play out? Well, we'll keep you updated if there's anything that changes, but that's what we're being told. Mahrez to Saudi Arabia looks like it's something that is almost done, and it could actually happen very, very soon. I don't know what you're expecting to see and whatever you think is going to happen, but what we're being told is that he is waiting to speak to Pep Guardiola so that he lets him know of his decision that he wants to go to Saudi Arabia, and if that is done, after that he will walk away. So that goes to Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker is also a player who seems like he has already agreed personal terms with Bayern Munich. He wants to go join the team. And what we're being told is this: he's only waiting to tell Pep Guardiola that he's leaving, which maybe could have happened already or could happen tomorrow. You never know. Time is really moving fast when it comes to this transfer windows. But that's what we're being told, that he could be leaving, going to Bayern Munich. He wants to go join in the likes of Sadio Mane if he's still there at Bayern, and Leroy Sané, his teammate. I don't know what's going to happen. João Cancelo, it looks like no team is coming up for him. He has gone back to preseason training with Manchester City. He has nowhere to go, only to play with Man City because he's still under contract with them. Even though they had a fallout with Pep Guardiola, it looks like nobody wants him, especially with the amount of money Man City is asking for. People want him, but the man that they're asking for, they are walking away. So in terms of how his dream move could be stopping, it's actually Man City who are causing it, actually, rather than the play, people not liking the play. It's actually Man City, the club, who are trying to, make more than what they should be making out of this deal. The other news that we are also being told, which we already know, is that Mendy was released, and it seems like all the charges he was charged, they are all out. The player is now a free agent. The question is this: where would he be playing football next season? It doesn't look like it's going to be Man City. Maybe it could be going to the Saudis. But there is a video that I'm going to make just to talk about this player. I hope you come in and you join in and actually enjoy what I'll be saying. I'm not really going to say so much, but I think I'm going to have to say some of the things that are really important that people really have to consider. But so expect that video to come out anytime soon. But yeah, as we move on, this way the transfer windows, people, in the transfer update, is there anything that has happened that I missed out? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. As time moves, we'll always be here to keep you updated over the transfer window, telling you everything that you want to hear. So do me a favor, let your friends know and let your other friend knows, or just do me a favor, click that share button, put it on your social people so that people can see me while talking of the transfer window. I never know. It's going to be exciting. Big season ahead. I'm excited, especially for the content. Do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe to the content. Don't forget to, to like the video, to enjoy it. And yes, whatever that is showing up here, just click it. You will enjoy the video. I'm out. Peace. Subscribe to the content.